Welcome to NorDevCon2020. If you were here yesterday, you'll know this bit is short and sweet, and there is plenty of opportunity to hear me ramble on later. So again, if you were here yesterday, you would have heard Dr. Gail Ollis talk about DRY, don't repeat yourself. She then proffered some alternative acronyms that we could use. And then in this vein, I give you this. Don't repeat yourself unless you're going to do the introduction of a multi-day conference, in which case you're going to need to repeat yourself a lot. If this looks like a mouthful, give it a text-to-speech. It's very, very easy, and you get what is dry wyad tam suyagni troya, which I think would sound perfect with the Geordie accent. Oh, and also at Jats. All the jokes are the same. So housekeeping. This is the main auditorium. Feel free to congregate here during the breaks. Lunch, I believe, will be at the back. Someone will shout at me if it's not. Our eager helpers are on the tables over there. Eager to help. They're waving. Hello, helpers. Some of them are my favorite because they just dubbed me Master of Ceremonies. I thought I'd just drop that one in there. Our lovely sponsors have stands along the side and at the back, so please don't go talk to them because they may be able to help you. A quick shout out for Phil, cheers Phil, who is the gentleman. Stand up, Phil. Yes. This man has a job to give someone. If you're a front-end dev, go speak to him. So conference room 1 is that one, I think. Up the stairs, around and up. Conference room 2 is that one, so around, up the stairs, and there. Boardroom is next to conference room 2. Training room 2 is just go up to the top and get lost. Google King Center Layout PDF and you will get, and this will blow your minds, the King Center Layout PDF. Maps with everything, it helps orient it. Toilets, behind sort of the main block. There's some opposite the 2 conference rooms as well, and accessible toilets up the ramp there and another lot just outside conference room 1. I'm stealing from Churchill when I say that Norfolk Developers supports individuals using whichever toilet they feel best matches their gender expression. Please make no assumption in this matter. The fire exits are still green, they haven't been changed overnight. They can be found above all good fire exits. There are, I believe, no planned fires. No one's planning to set fire to the building. No fire alarms either, so if you do hear the fire alarm, please make your way calmly and collectively out of the building via the nearest fire exit sign, or just follow me as I run. If you need assistance, please make yourself known to a member of staff now and we will sort stuff out. And it is a large building and we are kind of spread around, so please do make sure where your nearest fire exit is. In the event of a fire, please do not tweet about it until you have safely left the building. Our insurance does not cover it. For all non-life-threatening things, please do feel free to live tweet. The Twitter handle, correct this time, may have made a mistake yesterday, is at Norfolk Dev, and the hashtag is NorDevCon. So please do tweet away. Again, if you're on Facebook, they already know who you are, why you're here, who you're with, what you're doing, what you're eating, what you're wearing, so you don't need to give them any extra information. And if you're on Instagram, go nuts. So our elite sponsors, e.g., they have been a long-time friend of Norfolk Developers. Please head to their stand. They have VR racing, which you can have a go on, which looks quite fun. You can win prizes, and quite substantial prizes as well. So do go talk to them. If you're not interested in winning cool things, you can also go over and get cakes. There is vanilla and chocolate. And if you can't tell the difference between those, the vanilla ones are in the yellow pots and the chocolate ones are in the blue pots. I'm going to be trying these later. Our partners are also exhibiting, so these are tech partners Snoop, Norfolk County Council, FX Home and Alpha Inclusion. And honestly, we could not put on this conference without their support, so please do go speak to them. Some of them have Lego. I'm just going to drop that one in there. Norfolk County Council are kindly sponsoring the dinner tonight, and they've also organised a session with John Marshall from the Department of International Trade on Friday. And Snoop have asked me to say that if you go up and speak to them, you can register for their early access program. And there is also the opportunity to win prizes. If you do install Snoop, please be aware that this is the only way to display it on your phone. And last but not least, our associate sponsors who help in all kinds of different ways, with all kinds of different things. Again, the conference would not be possible without them. So can you all join me in giving our sponsors a huge round of applause? We also need to not forget the King Centre. They've been very kind to us since the beginning. They put up with us. They host a whole load of events for us, and they are part of the reason why we managed to keep tickets for this conference so cheap. So thank you, King Centre, for your kind support. Now, as you may or may not know, Paul has stepped down from running Norfolk Developers and now holds the honorary position of Heckler-in-Chief. The mantle has been passed to these two fine gentlemen, Alex Scotton and Sean Church. Now, I'm not saying that the pressure of running his first conference is getting to Alex, but I have had to update his profile picture. Now, Paul is notoriously difficult to thank. But this year, I think I have actually worked out the perfect way with which to offer him thanks. Because this year, it's not just Paul who is going to be upset at me. It's not just him who's going to hate me. It's everyone. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a huge fuss over the contribution that Paul has made to the Norwich tech scene over the years. And if you've recovered from my frankly brilliant dad joke, can we have a huge round of applause for Paul Grenier? Now, if you don't know who I am, I'm Dom Davis. I describe my whole role here as a rent-a-gob. Alex and Sean much prefer to operate behind the scenes, so I just step in at the last moment and take all the glory. Also, if you're not aware, Paul and I have this massive ongoing rivalry about who has the biggest ego, and all I'm going to say is my picture is 1 pixel bigger than his was. And while we're on the subject of reprehensible behaviour, we have a code of conduct, both a TLDR version and a long version on the website. But if I was to sum it up in one sentence, it is treat everyone with respect and dignity. If you feel there has been a breach of the code of conduct, please let myself, Alex, Sean, or any of the helpers on the back desk know, because our aim is to make this conference inclusive and welcoming for everyone. And with the exception of my jokes, I believe we have had no code of conduct violations thus far, and if we could keep it that way, I would be eternally grateful. We have a great lineup. I can't even read this on my laptop screen, it's great. But it's okay because this is just a screen grab from the website. If you go to NorDevCon2020, we have the lineup, all the speakers, all the sessions, descriptions of what's going on. There are some fantastic sessions. And once again, I am spoiled for choice as to who I'm actually going to go see. It's quite an agonizing decision. But before that, I'm going to introduce our opening keynote speaker, Karen Poulter. Karen is head of IT at Hutchison Ports UK. And I first saw Karen speak at a Norfolk Network event about a year or so ago now. And I am delighted that she is able to come and speak and keynote for us today. So without much further ado, and with much faffing of laptops, because that's what happens, please welcome Karen.